Oh, I'm so glad I'm finally able to get this video out. It's been so much going on. Life been lifing, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm trying to get this out in time for Memorial Day. Now, if this is your first time, I thank you for watching my channel. Please continue to watch. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you're returning, I thank you so much for being with me. You know how I do. I don't like to keep you waiting, so let's get started. So I'm coming today with a nice, delicious treat, and it's easy and it's fast to make and it's very affordable. And again, I'm trying to get this up before the holiday. Now, I'm using strawberries, and I am using, these are supposed to be frozen strawberries. I did let them thaw out, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. So yeah, that's just me opening it. I'm trying to get this out before the holidays. Now, I don't know how it is where you are right now, but it is pouring rain. It is actually cold. I actually turned on the heat. Yes, the heat. I can't remember Memorial Day weekend ever being this cold at all. So let me know where you're watching and how your weekend is going, and do you have any plans? Um, Usually we do a barbecue, or usually most people barbecue and have picnics. But I don't think anyone's going to be doing that this time. And I know these strawberries aren't that red. I'm looking at that, and yeah, that's one thing when you get frozen strawberries. Not always the best. Not always the best quality. So there we go with that. Now that is a lot of liquid, and you're going to see why in a few minutes why I want that liquid in there. So I'm going to set that to the side. And again, do anyone have any plans to barbecue? Maybe where you are, the weather is nice. This is Jello. Nothing special. And why did I use this brand? Because it's on sale, and it says sugar free. Do you have to use sugar free? Absolutely not. I don't mind using sugar free. I don't always use sugar free, but I'm using it this time. Now, this dessert it goes by many names. I've seen versions of this called Eating Mess. But I know it as strawberry salad. I don't know why we call it strawberry. I know why we call it strawberry. I just don't know where the salad part comes from. Okay, so that's the gelatin. And you're probably going to say, why are you putting gelatin with fresh fruit? But you'll see why when I put this dessert together. And it's actually getting ready. Now I'm going to get this into the refrigerator or the freezer. I think the freezer would be faster. And I'm just trying to get all of the gelatin off. Yeah, okay. So now I'm probably going to put a little bit more. And you know what? I'm going to use the whole pack. Yes, I am. So yeah, it's freezing. It is actually raining. It is freezing. You don't go outside without your jacket, or you'll get sick. That's how cold it is over here where I am. But again, you leave a comment, let me know. You're having barbecues? I hope you are. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side and get that into the freezer. Next, I'm coming in with pretzels. Yep, I'm using this brand. You use any brand you like, as always. So now I'm just going to take some. And the pretzels is going to be our, what would you call it? The crust. So I'm just taking some out. I don't know why I didn't, but just pour it in here. Yeah, I'm just putting some in the bag. You'll see why in a minute. So yeah, did I tell you this is a no-bake dessert? Yeah. Did I tell you it's no-bake? I said that again because I didn't think you heard me over me pouring the pretzels. Now this is the part that the kiddies probably will love. Yeah, we're just going to break this up. And you know me. First, I'm going to do it with my hand. The kiddies probably will love to be a part of this right here. Now, of course, if you have a blender, a food processor, go right ahead, take it out and do it. Oops. Some came out, put it back in. mixing it up with my hand. And keep crushing. Now I'm going to come in, with just a can. You use anything you have in your house. And this is why I'm telling you the kids will absolutely love this part. They will think this is fun. And it is. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to pour this into a bowl. Nothing special there. Please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. You know, I am trying to, and share the video. I don't think I ever asked you to share, but please share. You know, maybe someone else will like this recipe or see how simple it is to make desserts. Very affordable. Like I said, I used to be so intimidated because other channels have such great cutting skills or chopping skills or great equipment. No, you can make desserts and delicious eats without any of that. Okay. So now, here go what we're going to do. This is butter and oil. And I'm just going to put it all around. Remember, this is a no bake. Can you bake it? Absolutely you can. But you don't need to. Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure all of the crust, because that's what this is coated. So just in case you didn't hear me, I'm mixing it around to make sure it's all coated. And it is. But let's make sure. Now, I am going to pour right into here. And I'm going to spread it out. And I'm going to put this into the freezer too. And when I come back, after this has been in the freezer for a while, we are going to assemble this dessert. And you won't believe how easy and delicious it is. Okay, now I did put this in my freezer for about a half an hour. Now, everyone's freezer is different. You can pop this in the refrigerator overnight. That would have been perfect, but I'm always rushing. So since I'm always rushing, I just put it in my freezer. Now, you just want it to stiffen up. So if your refrigerator can let it stiffen up or congeal, which is like stiffen, fine. That's all you needed to do. Can you bake it? Yes, but remember, this is a no-bake dessert. Okay, so now let's put this dessert together. You know my trusted Cool Whip? Yes. I always use, well, not always, but yeah, I do use Cool Whip quite a lot. So I'm going to move this over for right now. And let me put the Cool Whip right here and this right here. Okay. This dessert is so easy to make. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of just a simple ingredients that you have probably in your refrigerator already, or you can get from the supermarket. Okay, now this is cream cheese. Now this part is very optional. You do not have to put this in your strawberry salad. I'm just going to put just a little bit. And why did I go with that brand instead of the other brand? Because it was on sale. Now, honestly, I really can't tell a difference between the other brand, Philadelphia, and this brand. But if you can, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Because the other brand is about twice as much as this brand. And since I can't tell the difference, I went with one that's on sale. But remember, if you're making your strawberry salad, or if you see a recipe and there's no cream cheese, absolutely right. You don't have to put the cream cheese in it. And again, I'm just putting in just a little bit, not even a half a pack, a little less than a half a pack. But you know me, all the ingredients and measurements, as always, will be in the description box. And you want it to stay out overnight. Not overnight, but you do want it to be soft, your cream cheese. You want it to be able to just break up the way I'm doing it now. And I'm just going to keep doing it with the back of the fork until it become like creamy. Again, if you want to put it into a blender or a food processor, you certainly can. But I'm not going to. Now, here come the Cool Whip. And I just like to mix the two. But again, you don't have to. You can leave off the Yeah, you can leave off the cream cheese. And I'm just mixing it to make sure it's completely on. Not completely on, completely mixed together. And I'm going to come back with some more Cool Whip because, why not? I hope everyone enjoyed a holiday this weekend. Even if you just planning on staying home with the kids and with the family. That's wonderful too. The way the weather is where I am, we will not be barbecuing. Cool Whip. I use extra creamy, but you use whatever you have or whatever on sale. Let me give this another stir. Again, and you just want it loose. You don't want it too tight. And I'll show you why in a minute. So now, let's put this dessert together so we can enjoy it. And don't forget, I always ask you to like and subscribe, but also share. Maybe someone else may enjoy this little treat. So now we're going to spoon this on. And you know what? Let me go and get a spoon because that fork is not doing it. Okay, proper tools for the proper job. And I'm just going to mash down on this. And I'm trying to spread it without moving the bottom of it. And again, you can bake it if you want. Now, you know what? I probably would have been easier if I used a piping bag, but I didn't have one. If you're wondering why I didn't use a piping bag, I really didn't have one. But if you have a piping bag, by all means, and I probably could have easily make a piping bag because you can do it with, what is that? A Ziploc bag? But wasn't thinking. Next time I will. And again, I'm just trying to get this all around the sides. And I am going to put this in the refrigerator again to stiffen up a little bit more. But again, everyone wants some, so probably won't stay in there but that long. Yeah, this is a real simple dessert. And did I tell you they call it strawberry salad? That's what I know it as growing up. Strawberry salad. And maybe we told ourselves salad to make it sound healthy. Don't know, but it's delicious. And if you think about all of the other, I guess, treats you can make that's full of sugar, this is one of the healthier ones. Again, coming in with a little bit more Cool Whip. And again, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, in the freezer to stiffen up. And if you want to bake your crust, you can. Now, this is a sweet and savory dessert. Yep. The sweet being the filling and the savory being the pretzel crust. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Now, remember the strawberries that I didn't like too much the way they look? Yeah, I'm just going to taste a little bit of that. But okay, here they go. There we go. Look at that. And it is healthy. Now that I'm thinking about it, because of the fruits, it is very healthy. And I'm telling myself that. I probably should have put more strawberries, but that's okay. Now, look at that. And I probably will put some more strawberries on this and put it in the freezer and let it set up. But for now, this is what I have for now. And I hope you enjoy it with you and your family. And I'm sure they will because it comes from the heart. And look at that. an easy and delicious dessert. Please take a moment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. Maybe you wouldn't use the pretzel crust, but I think it's kind of authentic. That's the way I remember it. If you remember it different, let me know. Until next time, enjoy.